So the Tron HasLab has failed. There are many reasons for this, such as the fact that it needed 10,000 backers, the fact that it was 260 quid for 5 figures, 2 light cycles and a stand, the fact that this item doesn't fit the Hasbro HasLab mission statement, the fact that this was the only Tron toy available at the time, the fact that the light cycle's front wheels don't move, the fact that one of the 5 figures was a no-name generic program with an uninteresting design that was too similar to 3 other characters. Why didn't you do a guard figure? Did they run out of budget for a fully unique design or something? Well, these are all factors in the failure of this project, but to me, it's just the unfortunate truth about Tron. But before we continue, comment down below what Tron toy you'd like to have seen from the films. Now onto the video. Why did the Tron HasLab fail? On the 9th of October, Hasbro unveiled Tron Heroes of the Grid to us to coincide with the release of Tron Ares on the 10th. The project presented 5 3.75-inch scale figures: Kevin Flynn, Tron, Yuri, Sark, and Program. Hooray. Alongside them, there was 2 light cycles and a light-up stand with a design inspired by the original Tron grid. All of this for 260 quid. Yikes. At the time of writing, the Tron HasLab has 1,095 out of 10,000 needed backers. This level of failure is emblematic of the same issue that faced by the rest of the franchise. Whilst the figures in this set looked really good, the price turned many people's noses up, which leaves only die-hard Tron fans to back the project. And unfortunately, there just aren't enough of us. As the original Tron became loved as the years went on, it was by a small group of people intrigued by the visuals and weird sci-fi concepts. This similarly occurred with Tron Legacy after its release, which is what prompted Disney to move forward with Ares. So when Tron Ares released, it opened lower than Morbius. Why? Ares' strange focus on continuity, despite the story being so disconnected from the others, lack of credibility as an IP because it's Tron, led to the general audience not showing up. Then the critics shared their not so positive point of view on the film, which left Tron fans like me and you the only ones left. Unfortunately, again, there just aren't that many of us. And then this is where we get back to the HasLab itself. After the unveiling of the HasLab's price, many general toy collectors turned their noses up, and it was just the Tron fans left over. And like I've said, there aren't enough of us, and there's definitely not enough of us willing to back a 260 quid HasLab campaign, myself included. So the final total ended up being... But could this been elevated or avoided in any way? Well, you first need to change the fact that this is the only 3.75-inch scale Tron toy on market. So scrap this Tron HasLab for now, but take the figures minus program and release them at a price point similar to the Star Wars Vintage Collection, but maybe a bit less because, this isn't Star Wars, it's Tron. So each of these figures minus program retail for about $14.99. To fill the spot of program, a guard figure would have been cool, and there you have a much more complete toy line. Maybe throwing those light circles as separate toys for, I don't know, $19.99 at best, $27.99 at worst. As for the HasLab, a 3.75-inch scale recognizer with that program figure we discarded earlier, or another Kevin Flynn for maybe £150 to £200, I don't know. But at that price, with maybe some stretch goals and a lower back account, like maybe 7,000 or 8,000, a Tron HasLab probably would have soared or at least been backed. In conclusion, though, the Tron HasLab's failure was the result of various poor design choices and the lack of interest in the Tron franchise as a whole. Whilst it's not a guaranteed success, Tron HasLab didn't have to flop so hard. But that's all for now. Remember to like and subscribe as well as comment. Have a good one.